Hi friends, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'd like to talk about water play. What is water play? Well, water play is self-explanatory. Water play is playing in water, giving children an opportunity to play in water. And children can play in water from as early as birth, and they play all the way through to about age 6 or 7. It is important to play in water, and in playing in water, children extend several areas of development. They extend their cognitive development, they extend their language development, they extend their physical development, which is fine motor or gross motor skills. It's very, very important that children get an opportunity to extend, enrich those areas of development, and water play is just one of the various play activities that children can engage in extending those areas of development. Cognitive development, you would ask, how does a child extend their cognitive development through playing in water? Well, cognitive, they have to be thinking. So you give a child, say for instance, a doll and some washcloth and soap, and the child will mimic what he or she sees you as the parent or caregiver does to them. So they will mimic giving the child, the baby, a bath. That is cognitive development. They're using their brain to think back on experiences that they've had to now. Another area of development, I mentioned language development. No, language development, lots of language can be developed through play. They will learn water, they will learn pour if they're pouring the water, they will learn spill when the water spills. If you're using the various props in the water, whether spoon or fork or boat or duck or all of those things. So while they're playing in the water, if you want to enrich their language, you can play along with the child and you use the words duck, you touch the duck, or yellow duck, you touch the duck. A spoon, or pour, or fill, you know. So you as the adult engaging with the child, you enrich their language development. And physical development, fine and gross motor. So the child will learn to squeeze. You can give the child sponges, so they're learning to squeeze the water from the sponge. This is their gross motor. If they are picking up a spoon, that's fine motor. If they're holding a cup with a small handle, so they're trying to put their finger through the hold of the cup, again, that's fine motor skills. So there are various areas of development that can be enriched when a child engages in water play. Now, you from birth, you would ask, yeah, so when you are giving the child a bath, you are having given the child a bath, you can scoop your hand in the water and allow it to run off your hand like this. So the child is you're holding the child with one hand, the child is seeing what you're doing, you're scooping the water with one hand and you're allowing it to run off, and you can make sounds, woo, woo, that kind of thing. Then once the child is able to sit on his or her own, you can certainly put the child in a bath to sit and give the child toys to play with. Now, you can never ever leave your child unattended when the child is playing in water. Don't forget that. Never ever leave the child unattended when the child is playing in water. So if the child is in the bath playing in water, you have to sit in the bathroom with the child, and you can either engage the child during play or you can leave the child to explore on his or her own. That's fine, but you certainly have to be in there with the child when the child is in the bathtub of water. As the child grew older, so that would be infant stage, when the child is at the toddler stage, you can either allow the child to play at the faucet in the washroom, or you can allow the child to play at the sink in the kitchen. Like my daughter, she is 2 now, and so I allow her to play in the kitchen. While she's in the kitchen, I'm either doing something in the kitchen, or I may be in the living room doing something else, but my eyes are always there. You have to always make sure that you are in eye contact with your child when the child is playing in water, because just at the flip of a dime, anything can happen, and you don't want, oh, look at my hair, you don't want your child to have an accident with water. So you have to allow the child to play. Now, water play again is very important. I allow my child to play 15-20 minutes each day. Daily water play is very important for the child. Some other areas of development that the child will enhance during water play, sensory motor is going to also be enriched. I forgot to mention that sensory motor is also going to be enriched. Sensories such as hearing. So if the water is running through the tap into a container, the child is hearing the water. Feeling, the child is feeling the water, whether the water is cold, whether the water is warm. Never hot water for children, please. Thank you. Never hot water. Hot. The child is also learning seeing. So she's also enriching the sight motor, the sight sensor. He or she is seeing the water trickling through the tap. If he or she's playing, she's scooping the water and she's seeing the water running through the cup. If you have strainers, I give my daughter strainers sometimes, like a colander, the small colanders, and she will pour the water through, and then she sees it running through the various holes at the bottom of the colander. So that's another area that is being enriched. The taste, you can taste the water, whether it's warm, whether it's cold. You can say warm or cold, that kind of thing. The only sensory that is not enriched during water play is smell, because you can't smell water. Water is scentless, it doesn't have any smell. But if you as a parent want to enrich that area of development, the sense of smell, you can add things to the water. You can add like oils, various oils. You have peppermint oil, you can add that, a drop of it to the water, and then the water will smell like peppermint. You can add various bath oils to the water. You could also do that. Or you could add shower gel or shampoo or whatever smell that you want the child to evoke from engaging in that activity. You can add those things. So you can add things to the water to enrich the sense of smell. Other than that, you know, water it doesn't have a smell, so it won't have any smell.
A lot of people don't recognize the importance of water play. They don't understand the importance of water play. So sometimes you may be in the washroom and you see your child, a young child, playing in the water, or even an older child playing in the water, and you're thinking, oh, they're wasting the water and what's wrong with them and all of that. But in order for a child to mature effectively, they have to play in water. It's a part of their natural development. And so you will see every day I give my daughter an opportunity. Oh, this water is too high. Normally so I don't seem like I'm wasting too much water. Yeah, I think that's enough. Right, so every day I give her an opportunity to play in some water here at the kitchen sink. Sometimes she will bring her dolls and their washcloth, and she'll give them baths. And sometimes she will just up to play with the few containers that I have in the sink. If you notice, I have to put the soap over here, because when it was over here, she would just load the soap, the dish soap. She would just turn it over into those waters and just waste my dish soap. So I have to put it over there so she can't reach it for now. I guess when she gets a little bit older and she can reach it, I'll have to move it and put it somewhere else. But yeah, back to the purpose of the video. Water playing is very, very important for children. Very important for their development. through water play, they will learn. As you see, she's feeling the water, so that's a sensory motor that is being enriched here. Just the touch, to touch the water, to feel the temperature of the water, understanding the temperature of the water. Sometimes I put the water on cold, sometimes I put it on medium. Like right now it's warm, not medium. Sometimes I put it on warm, sometimes I just put it on cold. So she understands different textures, and she will stand here and she will play in the water for endless, like sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes half an hour, depending on, you know, the mood that she's in. But she'll just play and play and play. And as you can see, you'll see plastic spoons, you'll see plastic forks. These are all her toys that she used to play in the water. So yeah, water, playing in water is very, very important for the development of growing children. Very important. And so sometimes when you notice that an older child, perhaps age 6 and 7 or even 8 sometimes, are playing in water, it's because they didn't get an opportunity to play in water when they were younger. And so there's that need to express themselves through water play is still inside of their brains. And so this is why you see all the children 6, 7, 8 playing in water. And then even in childcare centers, you will have water play for those, well, not 8 is too late, but like 6 years old, yeah, 6 years old you'll have water play for them. 7 and 8 not so much, no. By the time they're in grade 1 grade 2, water plays out, because it would have been presumed that they would have played in water and enriched those developments at the earliest stage. So when you see a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old wanting to play in water, to enrich those areas of development at the earliest stages, and so they, because it's still a part of them, they have to engage and release. So yeah, here she is playing.
Wash it!
You washed it. What did you wash? What is that? What is it?
Spoon wash.
You washed the spoon? Did you? What did you do?
Wash the purple spoon.
Wash the purple spoon?
Yes.
Okay, wash your purple spoon. And what color is that one?
Spoon wash.
Blue wash spoon? Wash your blue spoon. Yes, and please guys, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you don't, if you didn't find it to be informative. And please, please, please don't forget to leave me a comment. And now we are on to preschoolers and up to kindergarten children. Pretty much it's the same as toddlers. You just add other props to the water. You can add, like I said, sponges. You can add Scotch-Brite. You can add like containers with lots of holes in it. Even as an activity to enrich a child's water play, like a school-age child, maybe 6-year-old, you can start as a parent encouraging that child to help in the household chores. So you could, you know, if you use dishes at home, not everybody uses dish, but if you use dishes at home, you can soak the dish and then have the child rinse them. That again is enriching water play, because the child is getting an opportunity to play in water. Other than that, you can always take the child back into the washroom to sit in a bath with all their toys and engage in activity. Boys would like to play with their cars and stuff, so you could put the cars in the bath or in the faucet in a container, in the kitchen faucet or the washroom faucet in a container, and just allow the child to play. But always remember, my friends, never leave your child unattended when he or she is playing in water. Thank you guys for joining. May I ask that you subscribe to my channel? I really would appreciate that. Give this video a thumbs up if you find it to be informative, or if not,
a thumbs down. But please remember, if you're giving me a thumbs down, please leave me a comment or something in the comments below so I can know how to better enrich the video. I would also ask if you would share the video to your friends and family. Share the word, share it for me. Thank you so very much. So again, I thank you so very much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye. Have a good one. Bye bye. Bye, friends.